Hey there, accounting enthusiasts! In this YouTube video, we'll dive into the fascinating world of accounting standards. If ever you wonder where the IFRS and IAS come from, then join me as we uncover the origins of these standards. But wait, there's more. We'll also explore the key players like IFRS Foundation, IFRIC, and the IFRS Advisory Council. Get ready to learn and let's get started. Let's first answer the question, where did the accounting standards came from? The history of accounting standards, particularly International Accounting Standards, IAS, and International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS, dates back to the establishment of the International Accounting Standards Committee, IASC, in June 1973. The IASC was formed through an agreement among accountancy bodies in 10 national jurisdictions, including Mango-Juic. I have here an acronym which sounds like mango juice, but the letter O in mango is changed with letter U and the last letter in juice. Instead of letter E, it was changed to letter F. I've done this for easy memorization. Anyways, we have the following countries: Mexico, Australia, Netherlands, Germany, US, Japan, UK, Ireland, Canada, France. These bodies constituted the original board of directors or trustees of the IASC. Under the guidance of the IASC, International Accounting Standards or IASs were developed and issued as pronouncements. These standards aim to provide a common framework for financial reporting across different countries and jurisdictions. These pronouncements were known as International Accounting Standards, IAS. However, the IASC was later replaced by the International Accounting Standards Board, IASB, in April 2001. The transition from IASC to IASB marked a significant development in the standard-setting process. The IASB continued the work of the IASC and began issuing accounting standards known as International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS. While not all pronouncements of the IASB are labeled as IFRS, they have adopted the existing IAS and continue to develop new standards, gradually replacing the older IAS. The IASB operates as part of the International Accounting Standards Committee Foundation, IASCF, which is a non-profit organization based in Delaware, USA. The IASCF serves as the parent organization of the IASB, which is headquartered in London. Although, in July of 2010, the IASCF Foundation was renamed as the International Financial Reporting Standards Foundation, IFRS Foundation, which oversees the development and adoption of IFRS. And that's where the International Financial Reporting Standards, or IFRS, and International Accounting Standards come from. Again, IFRS comes from IASB, which has replaced the IASC, while IAS, or International Accounting Standards, came from IASC. However, they were adopted by IASB when it replaced IASC. However, it is not as simple as that because there are other parties involved in making a standard. You can see this in this diagram. In this diagram, we have the IFRS Foundation, which appoints, oversees, and funds the work of the IASB. The IASB, in turn, reports to the IFRS Foundation. The Foundation also appoints the members of the IFRS Advisory Council. Such appointment by the IFRS Foundation is very important because the IFRS Advisory Council or the IAC advises the IASB on technical matters and provides input on the development of accounting standards. The Advisory Council consists of representatives from various organizations, including the USPAR or Users of Financial Statements, standard setters, preparers of FS, auditors, regulators, and another importance of this council is that the council does not only provide advices to IASB, it is also a formal strategic advisory body to the trustees of IFRS Foundation. Now, moving on, another important body appointed by the IFRS Foundation is the International Financial Reporting Interpretations Committee, or IFRIC. The IFRIC provides interpretations and guidance on the application of IFRS for accounting issues that are not specifically addressed by existing standards. Their role is to clarify and provide uniform interpretations for certain accounting matters. For example, we, accountants, encountered a common issue regarding the accounting treatment of the cost of demolishing an old building when purchasing land for the construction of a new building. The interpretation of this matter was not clear and open to different interpretations. Some believed that the cost should be capitalized on the land account, while others argued that it should be added to the cost of the new building. The ambiguity surrounding this issue required further clarification. Fortunately, the International Financial Reporting Interpretations Committee, IFRIC, stepped in to provide guidance and resolve the uncertainty. The IFRIC interpreted that the cost of demolishing the old building should be capitalized as part of the cost of the new building. This interpretation brings clarity and ensures consistency in accounting treatment across different jurisdictions. It helps preparers, auditors, and users of financial statements understand how to appropriately account for such costs. These types of interpretations are communicated by IFRIC to the International Accounting Standards Board, IASB, the final authority in issuing the International Financial Reporting Standards, IFRS. The IASB then considers these interpretations and incorporates them into the IFRS, providing a comprehensive framework for financial reporting. And there you have it. That's the overview of this diagram. It's important to note, however, that this diagram doesn't capture every aspect of the IFRS Foundation. We've focused primarily on the creation of the IFRS and the key bodies involved in that process. There are other groups within the IFRS Foundation that play important roles too, such as the IASB, the International Sustainability Standards Board, and advisory groups that assist the trustees with their appointments. These groups aren't represented in this diagram, but they are integral to the overall functioning of the IFRS Foundation. As a summary and conclusion, the International Financial Reporting Standards are developed by the IASB, the International Accounting Standards Board. While the IASB replaced the International Accounting Standards Committee, it continued to adopt the international accounting standards created by its predecessor. But remember, the IASB doesn't work in isolation. Other parties, like the IFRIC and the Standards Advisory Council, contribute their expertise to the standard-setting process. So, that wraps up our discussion for today. In our next episode, we'll delve into the due process of creating accounting standards.